All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I am going to show you guys how to do 5 pickleball drills when you're by yourself and you only have a wall to hit against. So I'm going to go through those 5 drills. Here is a wall that I have at a local pickleball club that I can hit against, and we'll go through these one at a time, show you how to do them. Okay, so drill number 1 is, you can almost use it as kind of like a warm-up drill. So I want to practice my forehand dinks, and then I want to practice my backhand dinks. So you can set a goal number for yourself, whatever you want it to be. For me, I would say 50. I'm going to try to get 50 forehand dinks in a row, and then I'm going to try to get 50 backhand dinks in a row. Now you can see this wall has a line for the net. You don't have to have a line if you don't need it. You can measure and put some tape on the wall if you want to. I've done that before. The goal isn't necessarily that every single shot has to go over that line. It's more just I'm going to hit my forehand 50 shots in a row. That's the goal on this drill. So I'm going to establish myself about where I think the kitchen would be. Again, this is another thing you can measure and put down tape if you wanted to. And then I'm just going to try to hit 50 forehands. One thing that I'll tell you that's key to hitting 50 in a row is slowing yourself down and working on your footwork. So you're gonna have the tendency to want to speed up, and when you speed up, you get a little bit out of control, and then you end up hitting your backhand and not hitting great shots. If you slow down, take a step back, give yourself time and space, and just slowly, like you start slow, and then you can work up to faster as you get better at the drill. So I'm going to move my feet, get in position to get it back under control. All right, so now we're going to go 50 backhand, and really it's the same goal. The same goal of 50 in a row, go slow, work on my footwork, just stay in control. This is more of a control drill than it is, power or pace. All right, a second drill you can do once you kind of feel like you've got a little bit warmed up is now we can start working on some drives. So what I want to do is I'm going to start back. I'm going to hit a drive, but I'm going to follow that drive up with a drop. So I drive the ball into the wall, and then I play it off the wall up to a drop. So I'll show you how it's done right here. So it's kind of a reset shot. I hit a drive, and then I want to hit a reset. It's really just working on that ball that comes back hard off the drive. And then the goals of this drill is really, one, work on your drive, work on pace and getting it over the line, over the net, and then work on that reset. Again, the goal number 1 is to be successful with it. Goal number 2 is then to refine it and make it better, make it more precise. In terms of the goals of this drill, you can do it for 10 minutes. You can do, you got 10 drives and 10 resets that are in a row. It's kind of whatever you feel like, however you want to make that your own. All right, guys, the third drill you could do, or the next drill you could do, is working on our speed of our hands, our counters, okay? So you can kind of more advanced is to get closer to the wall. If you want to start a little slower, you can back up from the wall. And this is just simply not letting the ball bounce. You can switch back and forth between your forehand and your backhand. And it's just working on hand speed, hand-eye coordination. Ooh. Again, this is one, try to stay in control. You don't want to get out of control. Try to control the ball, control where your shot's going. Again, this is another drill. You can just put a time limit on it, 5 or 10 minutes. How long can you go without letting the ball hit the ground? There's just different little games you can kind of throw in there if you want to. You can try to do forehands, all backhands, see how long you can go with either one. Several variations to this one drill. Okay, guys, drill number 4, you can actually use if you want to kind of spice things up or make things like more exciting. Sometimes you could say, well, by myself or against the wall, like it's boring. And there's some truth to that. But if you want to do more of like a game kind of format or game simulation, you can actually do that against a wall. So what I'll do is I can hit a serve and then go play that serve and kind of play the point out until I miss. Even look for like balls to speed up and try to speed it up and almost play against yourself, if you will. So I'll show you kind of how that works. So again, I'll just start with a serve and then play the point out. Seeing that got to a bad shot and then kind of the point's over. And then you just do it again to kind of simulate gameplay. So we'll do one more. It's pretty simple. But it kind of makes it a little bit more fun. Gives you something to do. Like 3 of those hit the net. But you can kind of choose too, like when you want to speed it up or kind of how you want to play it out. So that is the 4th drill you can do against a wall. All right, guys, for the 5th and final drill, I wanted to come into my garage and show you guys how you don't have to be at a pickleball complex. You don't have to be at a pickleball court. All you need is a wall to hit against. So this is in my garage. It's a concrete wall. So you see, very, very easy to hit against. So that's all you need. So another thing I wanted to show you guys, I kind of mentioned this earlier in the video, but if I wanted to kind of get a little bit more official, okay, I can look at like the highest point of the net on a pickleball court is 36 inches. So if I measure 36 inches, I can take just a piece of painter's tape or whatever, and I'm not going to do this real fancy. This is just going to be just to kind of show you guys. And there's 36 inches, so the top of the net is right at that 36 inches. So I can just put, and there's the top, there's my net line, right? So I know what my net is. The kitchen is 7 feet out from the net. So again, I can measure 7 feet on the ground, right? And put a piece of tape down. So now I know, okay, there's my kitchen line. So now my drilling can be a little bit more accurate. I've got my kitchen line, I've got a net line, so I can, my drilling, my hitting can be more in line with a real pickleball court in the dimensions. So the last drill that I wanted to show you is, basically it's real simple. It's called speed up, counter, reset. And it's just as it sounds. I'm going to be at the net, at the kitchen, okay? And I want to hit a speed up, and then I want to counter, and then I want to reset that next ball. So if I go like this, speed up, counter, reset, okay? speed up, counter, reset. So speed up, counter, reset. Speed up, counter, reset. So basically it's 2 hard shots and then a soft shot. Speed up, counter, reset. Speed up, counter, reset. Speed up, counter, reset. Really working on your hands in those net battles. All right, guys, there's just one more thing I wanted to show you in this video, and that is that you can purchase yourself something like this. This is a Dink Master Pro. It's just a board that's got targets. It's got the net line that you can practice against. You can see right here, it's got this is too high. It's just nice to have if you want to have, you can make targets, take the tape and put targets on the wall. You can practice like hitting those targets. Or you can get something like this. Where I just work on moving my dinks around. Hitting the targets. You know, making sure that I'm hitting in this area. I'm above the net, but I don't want to be above this red line where it's a pop-up or too high. This board, it's on wheels, so you can roll it around, but it has another side to it. It actually spins. You can loosen these up. And I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not trying to sell you this. I'm just showing you a tool you can use. But you can spin this around. So that you have kind of another option to hit against if you want to. This one has it broken down into zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Keep the ball below this orange line. Up here is too high again. So again, it's just giving you another practice trying to hit the ball. But this is another great tool that anytime I want to in my house, I can come down in my garage and I can drill and hit against this and get in some reps and some practice. So anyways, guys, that is 5 drills you can do alone against the wall. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps the channel out, guys. I will see you guys on the next one, and peace.